Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing, sorry about the glare, The Departed by Shiloh Walker. Like Fiction Vixen, this is the second Shiloh Walker book that I've started with the second book in the series. The first one that I read was Broken, and that was the second book in the series. The first one was Fragile. And like Broken and Fragile, I broke book ban for that, and I broke book ban for this one too. Shiloh seems to have that effect on me. So I'm going to go back and break book ban again and get the missing because I enjoyed this so much. The Departed tells the story of Special Agent Taylor Jones and Desiree Des Lincoln. They are part of a special team that they investigate paranormal activities. Des can communicate with the dead, the departed as it were, is what she calls them. And Taylor, he has the ability to, I guess, see people who have special gifts. He, I guess, can spot them. That's his gift. But his little sister went missing when she was 6 and she died. So that's like how Des can communicate with her. It's in the blurb, I'm not really giving things away. But because of that, he's kind of built this wall up around his heart, and that's why he's such a dick. Excuse my language. But Shiloh originally was not going to give him a book because she hated him so much. With good reason, he is a dick. But so many people asked about him, what's his story, when are we going to see his book, that she finally decided to give him one. And I'm glad that she did because he is such an interesting character. And I really liked the interaction between Taylor and Des. I think that they had really awesome chemistry, even though most of the time he was pushing her away, despite the fact that he did love her. I liked seeing her systematically tear his walls down, even though she wasn't really trying to. She was just living her life and doing her own thing after she quit, after her near death and their one night together. Again, I'm not giving things away, it's in the blurb. I really thought that it was too much of a coincidence that the case that she ended up working on was in his hometown, and it was their anniversary of his sister's disappearance. But if the coincidence didn't happen, then there wouldn't be a book, so you kind of have to have that happen. There were certain parts that were a little bit too confusing for me, like where the sister tied into it and what eventually was going to happen. It kind of was like, okay, is she dead or isn't she dead? But it did all get tied up with a nice pretty little bow, and eventually I was so wrapped up in it that I couldn't put the book down. I ignored everything. I think I finished it in like 2 hours. I did not study. I did not stop for lunch. I don't even think I stopped for bathroom breaks. I was so wrapped up in the book. But don't worry, Shiloh. I am still studying for things that we did last semester that is from another class that I already did, because I'm still falling asleep in class. It's so boring for me right now. I'm still making straight A's. I'm doing very well in school, so I'm rating this a 5 out of 5 meows, and man, I really need to get a better rating system because I hate saying meow. So if you have not picked up The Departed yet, I very strongly suggest that you do.